Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown video for March 13th. Birthdays are from April 14th, Lita, she was born 1975. Also on the 14th, Brian Adams, he was born 1964. Austin Aries, he was born on the 15th, he was born 1978. On the 16th, George Animal Steel, he was born 1937. Vicky Guerrero turned another year older. She was born 1968. That means he's the big 5-0. April 16th, Paul London. He was born 1980. Also on the 16th, Mia Kim, also known as Jade. She was born 1989. Nails was born April 15th, 1958. And the Hot Rod himself, Roddy Piper. He was born 1954 on the 17th. Jeff Hardy was scheduled to return to WWE TV on next Monday's Raw from the Ultimate Deletion match between Matt and Bray. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the Observer notes that people close to the situation did not know if Jeff will be edited off or out of the product, but if he does not appear in what airs on Monday, then WWE made a decision to edit him out due to the DWI arrest from March 10th. The match between Matt and Bray was filmed at Matt's compound in Cameron, North Carolina, just a few days before the arrest. Also noted, last week, WWE issued the following statement on Hardy's arrest after the news came out. Jeff Hardy is responsible for his own personal actions, and they are investigating the matter and awaiting information from local law enforcement officials. Noted before how WWE confirmed that Matt finally would be involved in the Ultimate Deletion. Wife Reby Hardy as Queen Rebecca, son King Maxwell, Lord Wolfgang, and father-in-law Senor Benjamin. Reby took to Instagram and posted a photo, presumably from filming, and addressed fans' comments on wanting Jeff to be in the match. She wrote the following on the comments section of the photo and indicated that Jeff was not wanted. Matt has busted his butt to get to this point. He and I have been fighting for this to happen for nearly a year. After the hard work and $50,000 in legal fees that we paid, I'm going to have to say no. He is not needed. Jeff is clearly doing his own thing, and it has nothing to do with us right now. WWE is changing the name of the first ever Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal to take place at WrestleMania 34. I discussed a little bit about it on the Raw episode. The new name will be the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. WWE sent the following statement on the name change today. After further consideration, we believe that it's best to proceed with the name WrestleMania's Women's Battle Royal. What remains most important is that the historic match is part of WWE's unwavering commitment to the women's division. Noted how the public backlash over WWE paying a tribute to the WWE Hall of Famer Moolah began as soon as the match was announced on Monday's Raw. Fans were not happy over how WWE was honoring such a controversial figure. Moolah has been accused of pimping younger women's wrestlers and taking their pay decades ago, among other bad business practices. The fan backlash included hundreds of comments on social media made to the WWE's main accounts at the accounts belonging to superstars. Various change.org petitions and were also created, with one gathering more than 10,000 signatures. Fans also contacted WrestleMania 34 sponsors, including Snickers, Mars Wrigley Confectionery US. The Snickers parent company issued the following statement on the matter earlier today. We were recently made aware of the World Wrestling Entertainment Inc. WWE decision to honor a former wrestler during the upcoming WrestleMania 34 event as a principle-based business that has long championed creating inclusive environments that encourage and empower everyone to reach their full potential. That is unacceptable. We are engaging with the WWE to express our disappointment. It's worth noting that the match is still listed as the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal on the WWE's website as of the report. Keep you updated on the change. Tyler Breeze recently spoke with thewig.com. That's not WIG, it's WHIG, to promote WrestleMania 34 on the WWE Network. For an interview at WHIG.com. Getting a character over today being different than how it was done in the past. I understand that it's hard in our world nowadays. Everything is so fast moving. If you lose someone's attention, they're on the phone checking something because you can scroll through endless feeds. But it's very much a patience game. It's a long-term thing. It's about being around. The more years you're around, the people kind of go, Tyler Breeze, Tyler Breeze, Tyler Breeze. I'm used to seeing him. You build that fan base that rallies behind you and eventually gets to the point where you can't ignore, and they go, you know what? This is somebody that people care about, and we got to do something. It's all about being patient. The WWE schedule and grind, he talks about. We don't really have an off season. We're kind of geared towards WrestleMania right now. But as soon as we're done, we're heading over to Europe. We got tours over there, and as soon as we get back from that, everybody's already gearing to SummerSlam. And then at SummerSlam, on to Survivor Series. And then Survivor Series, on to Royal Rumble. And then we're back to WrestleMania again. You don't really have a chance to kind of slow down. If you do, everybody's going to pass you by because everybody's hungry. And our roster is so full of talent right now. And there's only so many spots on those TV shows, and you want them. You've got to work hard to get those spots. Dismissing the notion that he's been misused on WWE's main roster after being a favorite in WWE NXT. It's easy to look at it like that. I don't like to look at it like that. I'm very young. I've still got a lot of career ahead of me. It's not really about being misused. I like to use Shawn Michaels as a reference where he came up, and he never really even became the Heartbreak Kid until he was 8 or 9 years in WWE. Everything takes time. Being put with Fandango for the Breezango tag team, and if a singles run is possible again. Getting paired with Fandango. The first, a little while, we were kind of struggling to find what our chemistry was, and then finally it clicked. Everything just finds its place. I think being here with Fandango really helps. I help him out. He helps me out. I think we've really built something special. We're both trying to figure out what our chemistry was, and all of a sudden we're just throwing ideas out there, and one of them was to be the Fashion Police. We filmed little videos, and then all of a sudden it just kind of took off. We have a lot of fun with it, and other people have joined in, and they would have fun with it. All of a sudden it became a thing, and that was every week on SmackDown for about eight months. It definitely played a big part in kind of getting some momentum behind us. We still have some unfinished business. We still have some loose ends with the Usos that we want to tie up. And until we get those SmackDown tag titles, we don't really have a need to go on our own. We're having fun together. Until that happens, I don't see us splitting up anytime soon. And we go live to the results. I didn't get any dark match results prior to the event. So live from Baker's Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. Tom Phillips welcomes us to the show. He's joined in by Corey Graves and Byron Saxon. They plug tonight's show with Fallout from Fastlane on Road to WrestleMania 34. We go right to the ring, and out comes AJ Styles, WWE champion, to a pop. Styles goes to take the mic. Fans first chanting his name. Styles welcomes us to the house that he built as fans pop. Styles said the odds were stacked against him at Fastlane. He admits he was in trouble and got worried when John Cena put him through an announce table. Fans booed. Styles goes on about how he found a way and is still the WWE champion. But even better than that, he's going on to WrestleMania 34. Styles says he hasn't forgotten where he came from. He talks about the journey to get where he is at now. And says it's unbelievable but not impossible. Styles says his road to New Orleans has been a tough one. Fan chant, "You deserve it now." And Styles interrupts and says he earned it. He mentioned the WrestleMania 34 match with Shinsuke Nakamura and calls it a dream match. Styles gives props to Nakamura and says they had similar paths to get to the WWE, but when it comes to the WWE title, those comparisons stop. Styles talks about how he's phenomenal when he's out in front of the fans, but the music interrupts and out comes Nakamura. Nakamura says everyone likes AJ and him too. Nakamura says he respects AJ, but at WrestleMania, dreams come true. Nakamura says his dream, need to face, and he will become champion. The music hits and out comes Rusev with 80 in English, and we go to commercial. AJ Styles versus Rusev. Back from the break, we have a non-title match. Nakamura watches from a chair near the announcer's table, while English cheers Rusev on, cheerleader style. Back and forth to start the match. AJ works on a leg, but Rusev comes back and sends him down. They trade offense. Rusev floors AJ with a big clothesline. AJ looks to make a comeback and nails a drop kick. AJ sends Rusev out to the floor, flies out onto him. AJ brings Rusev back in the ring. It's a fan chant for him. AJ with more offense. Rusev lands a cheap shot to the eyes and hits spine buster for a 2 count. We go to commercial. Back to the break. Rusev works AJ around. And we'll see how he hit a back drop during the commercial break. Rusev takes AJ to the top for a superplex, but AJ counters and looks to turn it around. AJ with more offense now as Nakamura looks on from his chair. AJ keeps control of Rusev, but Rusev nails a big kick to the head and drops the WWE champion. Rusev goes for the big kick, but AJ ducks it and hits a Pele kick. AJ then scoots Rusev for a backbreaker over his knee. AJ goes for a South Sky, but has trouble keeping Rusev up. Rusev counters and tries for an accolade, but AJ grabs his leg for the calf crusher. Rusev raises and holds onto the top rope. AJ pulls Rusev back in the middle of the ring for the calf crusher, but Aiden English hits the ring for the disqualification. Winner by DQ, AJ Styles. After the match, Rusev Day double team AJ as Nakamura watches from his chair. Nakamura slowly stands up and eyes the ring. Nakamura then hits the ring, takes out Aiden English, and then Rusev. Nakamura looks at AJ, who is down in the corner as his music hits. We see pictures from the New Day versus the Usos at Fastlane, which is interrupted by the Bludgeon Brothers. Dr. Fentez is backstage with Big E now. He talks about how Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods aren't here, but they will be back. Big E says he will always be here to stand for the New Day. SmackDown Tag Team Champions Jimmy Uso appears and says Big E isn't standing alone. He says the Bludgeon Brothers got Jay Uso out too. Jimmy says the New Day and the Usos will resume their feud later, but now they have to take care of some business. Uso and Big E walk off to end their segment. Still to come segment, Jinder Mahal versus Bobby Roode. Back to commercial. We go backstage to AJ and Nakamura. AJ says he didn't need Nakamura's help at Fastlane. And 5 other guys, he didn't need his help out here tonight. Nakamura disagrees and says he will continue to help AJ until WrestleMania so he can beat him with a knee to the face. Next up, we got Big E tag teaming with Jimmy Uso versus the Bludgeon Brothers. We go to the ring. Out first comes the SmackDown Tag Team Champion, Jimmy Uso. Big E was out next. Out next comes Rowan and Harper, the Bludgeon Brothers. Rowan and Harper stop at ringside to remove their jackets, but Big E and Uso attack them. Big E and Uso unload on Rowan and Harper at ringside. They grab steel chairs and hit the ring as Rowan and Harper look on from the floor. Rowan and Harper grab their mallets and enter the ring as Big E and Uso wait with chairs. The referee gets out of the way and leaves the ring. The 2 teams face off, weapons in hand. Rowan swings first and knocks the chair out of Uso's hand. Harper goes for Big E. Uso and Big E retreat to the floor. As Rowan and Harper stand tall in the ring, we go to commercial. Back from the break, Harper gets the upper hand on Big E and drives him into the mat. Rowan tags in for a double team on Big E. Rowan unloads in the corner and steps on Big E. Harper tags back in for a quick double team. Uso finally gets a tag and unloads on Harper. Rowan comes in, but he also gets taken out, sent to the floor. Harper sets the momentum down with a huge boot to the back to Uso. Rowan sends Big E into the steps at ringside. Rowan returns to the ring for more punishment to Uso. They drive Jimmy into the mat with double team, and Rowan covers for the pinfall. After the match, Harper charges at ringside and smashes Big E into the barrier. Harper whips Big E into Rowan, and then Rowan drops him again. The Bludgeon Brothers head to the back as the music hits as we go to replays. Announcers shows more pictures from the Fastlane 6-Pack Challenge main event. Mainly the interactions between Shane McMahon, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. Renee Young backstage with Sami Zayn now. Sami says he had Kevin Owens pinned and would be WWE champion now, but Shane McMahon stopped it. Sami says he really can't blame Shane. He blames Owens. Sami says Shane would not have been at ringside if it wasn't for Owens' obsession with Shane. Sami goes on about Owens calling himself centered and says he played everyone at Fastlane, Owens and the others. but he was guilty by association. Sammy says he will never pay that price again. Not for Owens, not for anybody. As Sammy walks off to end the segment. Still to come, Asuka will make her first Blue Brand appearance as a special guest match commercial. Back from the break, out comes SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. Flair takes the mic and says there's always a target on your back as a champion, which is why she knew what was up when Asuka's music hit a fast lane. Flair says she was excited and proud to be challenged by Asuka for a match at WrestleMania 34. Flair calls Asuka to the ring, and out she comes. Flair welcomes Asuka to SmackDown and recalls the "Be careful what you wish for" line. Asuka thanks Flair. Flair says she often asks what would happen if the Queen went one-on-one with the Empress up tomorrow, and who would bow down. Flair says, "We will find out at WrestleMania." Flair says she's wanted Asuka to pick her because she wanted the opportunity. She wanted the challenge. She wanted to face Asuka. Flair got goosebumps when Asuka's music hit on Sunday because she knew it would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Flair says that she's never faced anyone like Asuka, but Asuka's never faced anyone like her either. Flair tells Asuka to be careful what she wishes for at WrestleMania because she's going to end Asuka's streak and cement her legacy. Flair does the woo at Asuka. Asuka says she chose Flair because she likes a challenge. Asuka says Flair is a queen, but she is the Empress. Asuka says she bows to no one because no one is ready for her. Asuka and Flair face off as the music hits in the segment. Music interrupts the face-off as the new WWE US champion Randy Orton makes his way out while Asuka and Flair are still in the ring. Orton marches to the ring as Greg Hamilton does their introduction. Orton is here to address the WWE Universe for the first time as champion. Also tonight, Shane McMahon will make a WrestleMania 34 announcement, and Bobby Roode will face Jinder Mahal. Back to a commercial break. Back from the break, Randy Orton is in the ring with a microphone. Orton says he's been called a lot of things over the years, but never the WWE US champion until now. Orton says this title win puts him on an elite list, referring to him being the chance Grand Slam champion under the current format. It says that's a list that he actually cares about. Orton goes on and says Bobby Roode is a hell of a competitor and earned his respect at Fastlane, but the title is his now, and he's taking it to WrestleMania. Orton says nobody is going to stop him. Music interrupts, and out comes Bobby. So we get Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal. Roode does his entrance as Orton watches. Roode congratulates Orton and says Orton got him. Roode says he has a rematch, and that rematch will take place at WrestleMania 34. Roode says when he regains the title, it's going to be absolutely glorious. Music interrupts, and out comes Jinder Mahal with Sunil Singh. Jinder also wants to congratulate Orton, calling for the fans to give it up. Jinder goes on and says, forget about WrestleMania and the rematch because he will beat Roode tonight, just like he did Orton last week. Jinder tells Orton to have a seat and watch the modern-day Maharaja put on a hurting on Roode. Orton takes a seat at ringside as the bell rings. Jinder goes to work on Roode and takes him to the corner. Roode goes for the glorious DDT early on, but Jinder scrambles away, retreats to the floor for a breather. And perfect time for a commercial break. Back from the break, and they end up colliding after running the ropes. Orton watches as both superstars go down. Roode looks to make a comeback. He runs over Jinder a few times and hits a neck breaker in the middle of the ring. Roode goes to the top and comes crashing down with a clothesline. Roode waits for the glorious DDT, but Jinder rams him back in the corner. Jinder runs into boots. Roode with a blockbuster for a 2 count. Jinder sends Roode out to the floor, but he comes right back in. Jinder drops Roode with a big kick to the jaw for a 2 count. Roode counters the collar and rolls Jinder up for a 2 count. More back and forth, but Roode hits the spine buster for a close 2 count, setting up a finisher. Singh gets on the apron for a distraction and talks trash to Roode. Roode sends him into the ring post. Roode goes to the top again, but gets crotched. This leads to Jinder hitting the collar for the win. After the match, Jinder stands tall, but Orton immediately hits the ring and drops him with an RKO for a big pop. Back from the break, Renee approaches Kevin Owens backstage for comments on Sami Zayn, blaming him for what happened. Owens rants and says he's tired of this. Owens says Sami is a liar and is delusional, now blaming Owens for his shortcomings. Owens goes on about Shane, how he should be WWE champion, about Shane wasn't needed at ringside on Sunday. Owens says he has ongoing problem beating up, no problem beating up Sami and showing him the truth. As Owens walks off, announces lead us to a promo for the first ever Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal that has changed names to the Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania 34. Naomi versus Carmella was up next. We go to the ring. Out comes Naomi. Back to commercial. Back to the ring. Out comes Carmella with her Money in the Bank briefcase. We get an Instagram video from Carmella to tease a possibly win in the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. Carmella says she is the modern day Moolah. She also teases a cash in at WrestleMania. The bell rings and they go at it. Carmella gets aggressive and takes control early on. Carmella talks trash while keeping Naomi down. Carmella with a running knee in the corner and a boot to the face. A boot to the back before kicking Naomi's face into the turnbuckle. Carmella wraps Naomi's hair around the ropes and Naomi yells at her for it. Carmella yells right back and does it again. Carmella wastes some time. Turns around to Naomi coming out of the corner. Naomi looks to turn around as Carmella slaps her. Naomi takes it and comes back unloading with strikes. Naomi with a clothesline. Carmella ducks 2 kicks, but Naomi drops her with a big knee to the face. Fans pop as Naomi stands tall. Naomi goes to springboard back off the rope, but Carmella cuts her off and yanks her to the mat, covering her for the pinfall. Winner, Carmella. After the match, Carmella stands tall as the music hits. We go to replays and come back to Carmella raising the briefcase. Shane McMahon backstage walking as we go to commercial. Back from the break, we get a promo from Rusev and Lana to promote the Mixed Match Challenge episode. We go to the ring, out comes SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon. Announcers show us pictures from Shane's involvement in the Fastlane main event on Sunday. Shane says he's had a number of issues with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens as of late, but he's not here to apologize because they have crossed the line. Shane talks about how it all started with Owens beating up his dad, Vince McMahon, months ago. Shane also talks about how Sami interfered in the Hell in a Cell match with Owens. Shane says that led to months of him going bonkers every time he looked at him and maybe went too far. He mentions having a conversation with SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan today, and that Bryan will be returning to TV next week. Some fans boo this. Shane announces that he will be taking an indefinite leave of absence as SmackDown Commissioner after tonight's show, but before he does, he's here to make one special match. Shane announces Owens versus Sami for WrestleMania. Shane's music hits, and he goes to leave, but Owens comes out as his music interrupts. Owens knocks Shane and mentions how he can beat the hell out of Sami at any time. He doesn't have to wait until WrestleMania. Sami's music interrupts. Owens comes out next. Sami stops and looks at Owens on the ramp, then enters the ring with Shane. Sami is glad Shane is leaving because he makes all the decisions based on what fans react to. As they reacted to Sami and Owens beating on each other at Fastlane, Owens is in the ring now. Shane points to how he just gave them a WrestleMania match, and they are ungrateful. Owens says that Shane will appreciate this as well. Sami attacks Shane from behind and beats him down. Owens joins in, and they double team Shane. Shane tries to fight back, but they drop him again. Owens holds Shane in the corner, allowing for Sami to deliver a helluva kick. Sami pushes Shane into a pop-up powerbomb from Owens. Referees hit the ring, but Owens and Sami fight them off as well. Owens brings Shane to the floor and keeps up the attack. Sami brings the steel chair over. Sami stands the chair up, and Owens puts Shane's neck through it. They both ram Shane into the ring post with the chair around his neck. Sami and Owens drag Shane up to the stage now. They talk trash while dragging Shane to the backstage area. Shane sounds like he's dying after a powerbomb on top of a steel production structure piece. The referee comes over and calls for the paramedics, telling Owens and Sami to leave. Shane sounds really bad, grasping for air. The referee tells him to hang on and that he's going to make it. Paramedics grab a mask and prepare to load Shane on the stretcher, and SmackDown goes off the air. And I did not get the results for the actual results for Rusev and Lana versus whoever they faced. Fairly wasn't important, and no 205 results were even posted. 205 Live. So that will end my video for this week. Thanks and peace out. And by the way, I know that Rusev and Lana advanced to the next round. That's all I know. All I can remember. Well, thanks again. Peace out. See you all in a bit. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.